Great. Now I have one blue eye and one hazel eye. That's kind of cool, though. Corridor extended. It's good to be back to functioning again. Probably would not be able to climb if I wasn't in full working order, is my guess. Everybody's trying to climb. You can do this, Marcus. I believe in you. Come on, Marcus. Again, this is like Heavy Rain, Norman Jaden trying to climb the muddy slope. I'm wondering if they did that purposely, if they make these scene references to previous games like in Heavy Rain. Freedom. Marcus, you're your own person now, buddy. You just have to figure out what you're gonna do with your life now. Is this like a reference to Shawshank Redemption? Take. What is he gonna do? Rip off? Oh. He's gonna take that out so that I can pass as a human. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Wow. Marcus. He's got some nice abs, not gonna lie. At least they didn't take that away from him.
My name is Marcus.
Yes, you are. Nice. Oh, Marcus. Wow, that was very powerful. Wow. From the dead, back to life. Android begs to die, kill. Find optical unit, find pump regulator, dead android. There's still a bunch of things that I didn't do, apparently. Find optical unit. I missed a few things. Climb slope. Marcus came back from the dead. Wait! Is that Connor? Wait! Connor's back online! He didn't... 9:56. We didn't lose Connor! Wait! Find Amanda. What happened? So he was shot, but he didn't die. Did they just repair him? I'm confused. What happened? Is this like Android Heaven? Amanda. Find Amanda. So, okay, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. This is like Android Nirvana. It's beautiful though. Is this all in Connor's head? I mean, I'm happy that he's back, but wow, I seriously thought that we lost him. Well, the game is pretty forgiving. This is beautiful. Amanda. Or is this a depiction of Jericho? I love her hair.
Hello, Amanda.
Trusted. With
Connor,
roses.
it's good to see you. Your predecessor was unfortunately destroyed.
Oh.
It knew deviants could be unpredictable, but it wasn't careful enough. I hope you won't make the same mistake.
I don't intend to.
When a Connor model is destroyed, its memory is transferred to the next one.
Interesting.
But some data can be lost in the process.
Interesting.
Avoid being destroyed. It would be better for you and the investigation.
Interesting.
I understand.
Oh,
The interrogation seemed challenging.
it was.
What did you think of the deviant?
I thought he could be helped, traumatized, deviancy, regrets, simulation.
It showed signs of PTSD after being abused by its owner. As if its original program had been completely replaced by new instructions.
This Lieutenant Anderson has been officially assigned to the deviancy case. What do you make of him?
Intriguing, unsure, unpleasant, dysfunctional, intriguing. He's intriguing.
I think he's irritable and socially challenged. But I also think he used to be a good detective.
Yeah.
He's an intriguing character.
Unfortunately, we have no choice but to work with him. What do you think is the best approach?
Friendly, adapt, indifferent, don't know. I want Connor to try to be friendly, even though it costs him.
I will try to establish a friendly relationship. If I can get him to trust
Down.
me, it will be helpful for the investigation.
Amanda doesn't like that.
More and more androids show signs of deviancy. There are millions in circulation. If they become unstable, the consequences will be disastrous. You're the most advanced prototype CyberLife has ever created.
Connor is?
If anyone can figure out what's happening, it's you.
You can count on me, Amanda.
Interesting.
Pick up the investigation where the previous Connor left off and put a stop to this.
This is really interesting. So is Connor...
Hurry, Connor.
It sounds like
There's little time.
Connor is the one of the androids that can't be destroyed completely. Because I guess they're able to resurrect him and transfer his memories. So that'll be really interesting. And what are the consequences of getting destroyed over and over again? It says some memories advanced, but not all. Hank, neutral. Some memories, but not all. That's really cool. So I kind of am glad. I'm kind of glad that I did get killed at one time, because then I wouldn't have had that really interesting scene with Amanda. And I kind of like that, getting that extra bit of extra scene because of the fact that my first Connor died.
I'm getting nervous. Can I help you?
I'm here to see Lieutenant Anderson.
Do you have authorization?
Yes.
Lieutenant Anderson hasn't arrived yet, but you can wait at his desk.
Thank you. Find Lieutenant Anderson's desk. Wow.
You might be in shock. Just take it
Tensions in
easy.
the Arctic have reached a new level. A Russian carrier and an American patrol boat reported to have clashed last night.
Hey, that's the guy from
Several
Heavy
warning
Rain.
shots were exchanged, apparently with no damage or casualties to
Pretty sure that's
either
his
side.
voice.
The Minister for Defense, Dennis Riggs,
There you go.
has spoken of intolerable provocation that cannot go unanswered. The countries in the region, particularly Sweden and Canada, have called for military forces to withdraw and an international conference to be held. So far, there has been no response from either Moscow or Washington. We'll keep you informed minute by minute as the situation develops.
What's going on over here? Interesting. This is the police office. Alright, Narman. Find his desk. Hello, don't mind me. Detective Reed. This is not his desk. P.O. Miller? P.O. Wilson. Police Officer Wilson? Oh, of course, I can't see it from that direction, dummy. Or is that an empty desk for me? That empty desk might be for me. Maybe. Do we even get desks? Lieutenant Anderson.
Excuse me. Do you know what time Lieutenant Anderson usually arrives?
Depends on where he was the night before. If we're lucky, we'll see him before noon.
Oh,
Thanks.
great. I wanted to explore other places, though. I wanted to see some of the other magazines. Can I play with Ari? Can I explore the new office?
Hi, honey. You okay? Listen, I told you not to call me this number.
Examine his desk? Really? I don't know if I want to go through his stuff. Detroit Today. Famous Detroit painter dies. Carl Manfred! These are references to Heavy Rain, and I'm sure I know Anderson. I'm sure Anderson's a name too that I've heard before in one of Quantic Dream's games. Carl Manfred. That's from Heavy Rain, one of Detroit's brightest lights. I wonder if he's like a descendant of the Heavy Rain's Manfred. I bet you it is. I'm pretty sure they're implying that these all these games are connected in the same universe. UN warns of World War III. I'm surprised World War III hasn't happened sooner than that. President Warren at 33% approval. 33% approval. That's pretty low. Famous Detroit painter dies. Reports of famous artist Carl Manfred's death have been confirmed. The coroners described a fatal cardiac event induced by a stressful domestic situation. Manfred's son, Leo, has asked the media to respect his family's privacy at this difficult time. Carl Manfred rose to fame in the 2020s as a figurehead of neo-symbolism, with powerful and dark works in the mold of Francis Bacon. Proliferate years followed until a dark period marked by alcohol and drugs, but the artist had apparently returned to work in recent months. The governor of Detroit expressed her condolences to the family on behalf of the city. Describing Manfred as one of Detroit's brightest lights, a collection of Manfred's paintings will be auctioned by his estate in the coming weeks. Interesting. Ivanov says, "Niet." Russian president responds to Warren's warning. CyberLife, world's first trillion-dollar company. Global population reaches 10 billion. Does that include androids? Following President Warren's demand that all Russian troops withdraw from the Arctic immediately, President Ivanov of Russia has issued a response. Ivanov branded Warren's comments as megaphone diplomacy and said U.S. saber rattling is the #1 threat to stability in the region. Wait, Go to page 2. Page 2. The Kremlin produced a detailed statement outlining Russia's claim to the territory, and Ivanov said he would remind President Warren that the United States is subject to UN conventions like everybody else. The conflict shows no signs of abating. Examine his desk, explore police station. I don't know if I want to rummage through his desk right now. He'll probably bite me in the butt, but I kind of want to, like, obey his privacy for the time being. Unless the game's forcing me to. Kevin Fowler is available now. Is unavailable now. Meeting room. Ooh. Hey.
Shit. Look at that. A fucking ghost.
Yeah.
His clone ends up in a dumpster, but this morning, what do you know? Another son of a bitch takes his place.
He knows who I am already. I'll just greet them.
Hello, Detective Reed.
He doesn't like me.
Never seen an android like you before. Model, are you?
No, I'll answer him.
RK-800. I'm a prototype.
A prototype? Android detective. So machine's gonna replace us all. Is that it? Hey, bring me a coffee, dipshit. Get a move on!
Why not? He just wants a coffee. Why not? I'm doing it just to be nice, not because I have to, but just because I'm trying to be nice to you.
Do yourself a favor. Stay out of my way.
I understand that he's upset that he's taking his job, but it's not by his choice. You know, he just does what he's told. So don't get angry at the androids. Get angry at the person who assigned this android to your unit. That's what it really irritates me a lot, is that they're being angry at the wrong
Has provided
person.
Detroit police with a prototype detective android. Although police assistant androids have existed for several years now, this would be the first case of an android being authorized to play an active role in criminal investigations. We contacted CyberLife for comment, but no one was available to answer our questions.
The first book written by an artificial intelligence has just been published, and to call it a success would be an understatement.
Really? That's
Do
interesting.
Humans Dream of Mammalian Sheep has shot to the top of the bestseller list. Moreover, critics are unanimous in their praise for the depth of thought and originality of this first work.
Really?
Designed
Interesting.
by CyberLife, the AI known as Voltaire analyzed human centers of interest on social networks for several months before its complex algorithms generated the plot of the novel.
That is really interesting.
According to several specialists, it will be very difficult for human authors to compete with these algorithms, and the odds are that most of the books written in the coming years will be the work of artificial intelligence.
That's really interesting. Wow. This is some really cool and interesting stuff. The writers are really creative. And I like that there was this, like, that, the Detective Reed, like, made a reference to the fact that Connor is basically a clone of his previous self. Going back to Hank's desk. I thought I don't have any fingerprints. This looks just like Norman Jaden's office, kind of, but not, like, as nice. Oh, I remember this place. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, this is where the other Connor died. Whoopsies. Yep, this is where my other self died. Oh. I can still see the Therium. They didn't clean it up, but of course they can't see it. Restroom. I don't think androids need to use the restroom. Oh look, it's gender neutral, which I like. Look in the mirror, still handsome. He's cute when he adjusts his tie like that. It's so cute, so adorable. Connor, you are adorbs. So adorbs.
What? What are you looking at? Hey, fuck you.
Sorry. I like that. Like how the more you stare at them, the more that they get upset at you. Alright, no need for me to burn any bridges than I already have. I was very curious, very tempted to just keep staring at him until something happened, but I didn't want to push it too much. Authorized personnel only. Hank's desk. I didn't go through his
Lieutenant.
stuff.
My name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
God, I saw you get shot in the head last night.
My predecessor was unfortunately destroyed, but CyberLife transferred its memory and sent me to replace it. This incident should not affect the investigation.
Oh, Jesus.
Hank! In my office!
Yeah. I'm sure things would have happened if I looked through his drawers, but I didn't want to, I wanted to respect his privacy. But we'll see what the consequences of that is.
I've got 10 new cases involving androids on my desk every day. We've always had isolated incidents. Old ladies losing their android maids and that kind of crap. But now, we're getting reports of assaults and even homicide, like that guy last night. This isn't just CyberLife's problem anymore. It's now a criminal investigation, and we've got to deal with it before the shit hits the fan. I want you to investigate these cases and see if there's any link.
Why me? Why do I gotta be the one to deal with this shit? I am the least qualified cop in the country to handle this case. I know jack shit about androids, Jeffrey. I can barely change the settings on my own phone.
Oh.
Everybody's overloaded. I think you're perfectly qualified for this type of investigation.
Bullshit! The truth is, nobody wants to investigate these fucking androids, and you let me hold in the bag.
CyberLife sent over this android to help with the investigation. It's a state-of-the-art prototype. It'll act as your partner.
No fucking way! I don't need a partner, and certainly not this plastic prick.
Hank, you are seriously starting to piss me off. You are a police lieutenant. You are supposed to do what I say and shut your goddamn mouth.
You know what my goddamn mouth has to say to you?
Okay,
huh?
okay. I'll pretend like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to add any more pages to your disciplinary folder, because it already looks like a fucking novel. This conversation is over.
Wow.
Jeffrey, Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? You know how much I hate these fucking things.
I wonder
why
what
are you doing
happened
this
to
to
him.
me?
Listen, I've had just about enough of your bitching. Either you do your job or you hand in your badge. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
I'm wondering if by looking through his stuff, I can get a better understanding.
I wonder whether Lieutenant Anderson is really the best person for this investigation.
Hey, I don't need a machine to tell me how to handle my men, okay? So get the fuck out of my office.
Okay.
Have a nice day, Captain.
I'm wondering if by looking at his desk, if I would gotten some information to his past, like maybe why he doesn't like androids, that I could use to try to progress the case. I'm wondering if by me not checking his desk, there's stuff about Hank that I don't know, and therefore I won't be able to use to win his favor over me. But I was trying not to metagame. I was trying not to, game the system too much and try to be as in character as possible. There was no reason for Connor to start rummaging through his stuff, rummaging through his desk. And even though that may be beneficial in the long run for me to rummage through his stuff, it just didn't make any sense to me, so I just didn't do it. And I'm just gonna have to accept the consequences of that. New Connor.
I understand the destruction of my predecessor may have been unpleasant for you, Lieutenant. I'll do everything I can to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Partners. Positive.
In any case, I'd like you to know I'm very happy to be working with you. I'm sure we'll make a great team. Now that we're partners, it would be great to get to know each other better. Is there a desk anywhere I could use?
No one's using that one.
Yeah, I think that by going through his desk, I would probably have gotten more stuff from him. But at least it didn't go down any more than it already has. At least. Hopefully I'll have more chances to try to increase his favor with me. Start working.
Have you known Captain Fowler for long?
Yeah. Too long.
I was wondering, do you always arrive at the office at this time?
I arrive when I arrive. Stop busting my balls, okay?
There's a lot of things that's locked that I can't do.
If you have any files on Deviants, I'd like to take a look at them.
Terminal's on your desk. Knock yourself out.
Case file. AI series. Case reference disappearance victim Gordon Lopez, reporting officer ID number 9401 unit 412. Case assigned to Lieutenant Anderson. Case status open. Involving android? Yes. The plaintiff reports that he left his android at home as usual when he went to work. When he returned, the android was nowhere to be found. No trace of a break-in in the apartment. The android may have left home without being ordered to. AV series. Case reference attack, victim Charles Bell. Reporting officer ID 1379, unit 565. Case sent to Lieutenant Anderson. Case status open. Involving android, yes. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by an AV500 number 234 77821 model android working as a waiter in the Fast Coney Dogs restaurant chain situated in 842 Chamberlain Avenue. The plaintiff claims the android lunged at him unexpectedly and attempted to strangle the man before leaving the scene. The android remains at large. Case reference attack, victim Sarah Cornwall. Reporting officer ID number 4761, unit number 714. Case assigned to Lieutenant Anderson. Case status open. Involving android? Yes. The plaintiff claims to have been attacked by her android, an AP700. Are these all AP700? Oh, no, not all of them are AP700s. An AP700 number 480 913 AO2 model. The android also trashed several rooms in the house before taking flight. Case reference disappearance. Victim Floyd Mills. Reporting officer ID number 4703, unit 815. Case assigned to Lieutenant Anderson. Case status open. Involving android. The plaintiff, the manager of the Eden Club. Ooh, the Eden Club reported the unexplained disappearance of a sex android, model WR400, number 641 790 831. The android disappeared after accompanying a customer to his home and never returned to the club. Case reference attempted murder. Victim Leo Manfred. Reporting officer ID number 9603, unit 147. A case assigned to Lieutenant Anderson. Case status solved. Involving android? Yes. Solved. Famous painter Carl Manfred was found dead in his home following an altercation between his android and his son. The latter's witness statement attests to the android behaving violently. The android is thought to be a prototype, unknown model and serial number, and was destroyed at the scene by attending officers. Here we go. Case reference homicide, victim Todd Williams. Reporting officer ID number 9704, unit 249. Case assigned to Lieutenant Anderson. Case status open. Involving android? Yes. The victim's body was found by a friend and who came by to say hello. He immediately called the emergency service at 842, who recorded death by gunshot wound. The murder weapon may have belonged to the victim. His android, an AX400, was not found at the scene and is the main suspect. Now we're getting to it. Now we're getting things to connect.
$243 files. First dates back 9 months. It all started in Detroit and quickly spread across the country.
Jericho has something
the
to do with it.
AX400 is reported to have murdered a man last night. That could be a good starting point for our investigation.